You can go ahead and do easily is just take a year off. Now you don't have to tell them that you're dropping out. In fact, you shouldn't even be dropping out fully in the first place. Take a year off, take 2 years off, start your business venture, and see how you feel like by the end of the year. Now this is probably the best thing that you can go ahead and do because you don't know where you're going to be a year from now. A year ago today, I didn't even think that I would be where I'm at right now, and it's going to be the same exact thing for you guys. Secondly, what you're going to go ahead and do, the how of how to drop out, is you need to actually find something to go ahead and do right after you drop out. Now, if you drop out, it's going to be very awkward for you. Okay, you're going to be in a state like, okay, I have 24 hours in a day. What am I going to do right now? And you're going to catch yourself in a loop of death, pretty much, or a loop of wasting time. Because once you drop out, and if you have nothing to do, you're just going to be sleeping all day. You're going to be playing video games, and you're really not going to have any objective to go towards. Now, the best thing that you should do when you drop out, and this is coming from experience, is to go find a sales job. Now, I know some of you guys might not like sales. It really doesn't matter what you like or what you don't like at this point. This is the point where you gotta learn, where you gotta understand the basics and fundamentals of business. Now, the basic fundamental of business is learning how to bring in revenue and learning how to bring in sales. So what you should go ahead and do right now is after you drop out or right before you drop out, get a full-on sales job. I'm not talking about a sales job in a tech store. I'm not talking about an over-counter sales job. I'm talking about door-to-door, business-to-business, business-to-customer, all these ratchet-ass sales jobs that is only commission, 100% commission, no hourly pay, and that's what I'm talking about. Yes, it's going to be hard, but within a couple months of just starting out, you'll be a completely different person. What sales teaches you is basically pretty much all the fundamentals that you need to not only become a successful entrepreneur, but to build your very own business. So that's one of the main things that I learned is when I dropped out, I went and sold wax into the gas stations. I was in the gas stations, whoever would come and pump up the car, I would go ahead, sell them a $40 can of wax. And I actually did that for 7 or 8 months. Now, I did the job for 8 months, and at the 8 months, I left that job because I knew what I wanted to do. I had the skills of selling a service, and I knew what I had to do by going ahead starting my own agency because I knew how to start a business, how to run a business, and I knew how to bring in revenue. And those are all the major things that you need to know before starting your own business. There's a lot of startups out there, especially in university or college, where they're just like, hey, let's go raise some money, let's start up an app or do some stupid shit without knowing how to actually bring in revenue for the company. And that's the worst thing that you can do. There's a lot of entrepreneurs out there who want to be an entrepreneur or something, but they don't know how to sell something. And that's the worst thing that you can do. It doesn't matter if you like sales or not, you're going to have to learn to love it because it's going to be the main feel of your business no matter what you want to go ahead and do. So that's step number 2. So let's just recap what we have so far. Step number 1, just take a year off, okay? Take a year off. Tell your parents you're taking a year off, to your counselor, to your friends. Just taking a year off to find yourself. Step number 2, go ahead and find a sales job, okay? Very straightforward, very simple. If you go on Indeed, if you go to your local newspaper, I don't know, just Google local sales jobs in your area. Go door to door. Doesn't matter if you make money. It really doesn't. If you make money, that's great. If you make like $1,000 a week, whatever, cool, amazing. That's awesome. You will make money once you learn how to sell. But the whole point of this is to learn the main fundamentals of selling something. And once you learn how to sell a product, you can easily go ahead and sell yourself. Not in a prostitutional kind of way, but actually going ahead and actually selling yourself to investors or selling yourself to your customers. Because your customers, especially when you get into business or marketing or selling your own service, you're going to have to learn how to sell yourself first after you learn how to sell all your services. So that's going to be the main things that you're going to need to do. Step number 1, take a year off. Step number 2, go ahead and jump into a sales job.
One more thing that I would mention is like your persuasion techniques, right? Like you can implement that in like getting a girl out to go with you, right? Whatever it is, getting your parents, whatever it is. And I'm saying that's that as well, yeah.
Yeah, and after a couple months of actually doing your sales job, it's going to increase your entire personality, including your persuasion, including how you talk to people, including like the vibes you give out or the way you interact with people. by doing sales, that just completely changes. Before I did sales, I was like this shy, scrawny kid who was just always in the corner. I was always waiting to be approached. I would never go out into the wild or talk to people or make things happen. But after sale, what I would go ahead and do, exactly what you can go ahead and do and duplicate for yourself, is you'll be very outgoing. You can go ahead, talk to people. You can create things using words. And that's what sales is. All you're doing with sales is you're getting a worthless piece of item. Using your words, you persuade value for that item. And you can do this thing for whatever you want, whether that be talking to your parents and convincing them that university is not the way for you, or that'll be talking to a girl and actually convincing her that to go on a date with you, or talking to a guy to go on a date with you. Persuasion can be used in so many different ways, and that's what sales teaches you. And without sales, you can't be in business. Without sales, you will not be an entrepreneur. Without sales, you won't really live a good life. And that's the fact. Gandhi wasn't he was a salesperson. He was a businessman, okay? With his words, he created something. He was really good at sales. He was really good at persuasion. So you don't have to be that sketchy door-to-door guy that sells random stuff, but using that sales tactic, you can be like Gandhi, okay? Or you can use that sales tactic to live the life that you want. It doesn't really necessarily have to do with money when it comes to sales. Yes, you sell something to make money, but using sales, you can go ahead, find the partner of your life. You can go ahead and do pretty much anything that you want. Get investments, get new friends, find new people to hang out with, get in the club that you always wanted to get into. You can literally live the life you want because you learn how to persuade and how to interact with one another. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're in person or you're over a computer, you have to learn how to interact with another human being. And once you learn that, you'll learn exactly what you need. It's literally the only thing that you need to succeed in business and succeed in life, and that's sales. So what you go ahead and do before you drop out or a little after you drop out, don't just sit and look into the abyss. Go ahead. It's going to be hard in the beginning. Jump in a sales job, get into a sales job, and in the next couple of videos we're going to show you how to find a mentor, how to apply for these jobs, how to do all of that. But that's exactly what you need to go ahead and do. I know some of you guys who are watching this, you're going to be like, okay, cool, but you're not going to go ahead and do it. And you're going to be lost. But I'm telling you guys right now, if you go ahead and do this, if you just jump into a sales job, just jump into it after you tell your parents or after you tell your counselor that you're taking a year off. For a year, if you want to do sales, by the end of that year, you would not want to go back to university or college. You'll be a completely changed person, day and night. You'll be completely changed. Not only will you see it, but the people around you will see it as well. And with that skill, you can go ahead, build the life that you want. Now comparing that 1 year of learning sales, comparing that to 1 year of taking university and college, it's way different. It's just absolutely crazy. The knowledge and the person you become. Taking 1 year of university or college will leave you the same, if not less than what you were before. But if you want to go ahead and take a year of sales, it's going to go up to the freaking moon. You're going to be a completely changed person for the better. That's it, guys. I just really wanted to push this in for you guys. I had to learn this the hard way. That's why I'm making this video for you guys. So you can go ahead, make the decision simpler. I literally laid out a path for you guys. How to tell your parents why you're dropping out and what you do in your first year. Again, it doesn't matter about the money in the first year. Again, if you didn't do this in the first year, you would be negative $10,000 or $20,000 if you went to university or college. So guys, go ahead, learn sales, take a year off, and see you guys in the next video.